Hope you guys are doing great. I go by the name Kevin Current and I'm back again with another video. In today's topic, we're going to talk about the importance of the art of color grading. I'm pretty sure most of you, when you watch Hollywood movies, you find yourself getting absorbed into that world that movie is showing you. Why is that? Well, most of that is because of the amazing script writing, of course, and also because of the amazing acting from the actors that have been chosen in that film. But we forget one very important, one hidden gem, which is color grading. These days, with the emergence of social media, Instagram, TikTok, and these other small social medias, where a lot of content creators are putting out content, you may think that you do not need color grading in your work. Maybe that is true, but imagine you as a content creator giving your audience the same feeling that they get from these big blockbuster Hollywood movies. Just imagine that. Yeah, exactly. That is why I want to talk about this topic, color grading, because it will set you apart from all these other content creators and make you have the most unique content out there. Let's dive into this topic and learn how to achieve that. First of all, what is color grading? It's basically improving the appearance of an image, in this case a video, for presentation in different environments on different devices. I know that seems so smart coming out from me, but well, I stole that definition from Wikipedia. To bring that out in a layman's kind of way, it's basically pimping out your rubbish car into something that is very visually appealing and basically shows who you are or how you're feeling at that specific moment. But on to the main point, why is color grading important? Well, color grading sets up a tone that tells you the mood of the scene. It can show you what time of day it is. Is it morning? Is it daytime? Or is it nighttime? It can also show you what season that scene has been set up for. Is it winter? Is it summer? Is it autumn? Or any other kind of season that you have in your location. Color grading can also show you the location where this scene was shot at. Is it in the desert with its hot and warm tones? Or is it in the winter or in the snow with its cold and cool demeanor? It tells you all that. Color grading also shows the director's artistic vision. Let's agree to disagree that different people have different opinions when it comes to what looks good in cinematic color grading. But the fact remains that for different projects, you definitely need to have different artistic approaches. For example, when it comes to thriller films, you might find yourself going to less colors or more desaturated colors and a cooler tone to bring out that feeling. But when it comes to these romantic comedy kind of films, these happy kind of films, you might find yourself going to a more saturated side or a warmer tone to bring out that feeling. One thing we can agree on is that cameras do not know the kind of film that we want to shoot or the kind of feeling we want to portray in those films. And that is why we, as professional filmmakers, have to go through the color grading process so as to craft the image to be appropriate for the story we are telling. So to be able to delve into color grading, you need to affect these three things. One, you need to affect the hue, which is the color itself. Number two, you have to tweak the saturation, which is basically the intensity of that color. And lastly, you need to affect the brightness, which is how bright or dark the color is. By adjusting these three things that we've talked about, you're going to distinguish yourself from just being another director into a true visual artist. Here are some examples that will help you understand how color grading changes the feeling of the scene. Each and every content that you put out there is your piece of work, it's your piece of art, so you can portray it in whatever way you want to portray it in. You do not have to follow a specific set of rules. So you can choose whether to make it darker, make it brighter, make it more saturated, and make it less saturated according to how you want to do it.